Hey guys, it's Luca. I want to make another video. Right now I'm going through, really just out of curiosity, these are all the cards that I submitted to BGS to get graded. So maybe I can zoom in. It might make it easier for people to see what's going on here. So for example, we have like Blessed Reversal here. I submitted two of them. And right now what I'm doing is I'm looking at the last sold listing and the lowest price on TCG. So there's no last sold listing, but the lowest price is $99. Um, and then I can look in here and I can see like what I paid for Blessed Reversal. This is like the list I have of all. So I paid like $3 for each of them. So right off the bat, you know, I bought them for $3 each, maybe in like January, and now it's May, and they're selling for $99. Um, One of the things you want to always keep in mind though is like there's a big difference between like the lowest price and the last sold listing. So there hasn't been an actual sale at 100, so I would be willing to guess that the price is actually lower than 100. Maybe it's even $50, but even then, buying something for $3 and now it's worth, let's say $60, that's a 20x multiplier. And no one's really talking about this stuff. People are talking about reserve list cards. They're talking about, alpha, beta, unlimited. They're talking about dual lands. Um, no one's talking about this, which is interesting to me. I don't think you can find these kind of returns on any other types of Magic cards. And really, to me, it just screams scarcity, like scarcity, scarcity. To me, it says that uh, the cards which appreciate most in value are just plain rare. I don't think there's anything like Blessed Reversal is not a good card. I mean, you can maybe play an EDH, but I have a feeling it's not played in EDH. And this is just purely like someone wants to collect it or someone thinks it's rare and it's going to go up in value. So I'm just going to go through these. So the declared value, the way that I calculated the declared value was when I submitted these in February, I checked what the lowest listing was on TCG. So basically, by going through this table, we can see how much the price has increased over the past 3 months. For example, the next row here, we have Karmic Guide. It was $250, was the cheapest listing. Since then, someone bought one for 300, so that price was legitimate, and someone bought one for even more. And right now, the lowest listing is 490, so that's doubled in price over the past 3 months. Knighthood, which is kind of one of those shitty uncommons, has pretty much stayed the same price, around $9. Now it's like $10. Martyr's Cause, 14, and now the lowest price is 151. Is that a legitimate price? I really don't think so. But still, the fact that it's $151, we can kind of investigate further. I'd be willing to bet it's because there's only one available on the market. So let's look at the live prices. So there's only two available. And yeah, on one hand, is it really worth $150? I don't think so. But on the other hand, the fact that there's so few of them, because if this was any other card, right? If this was like a dual land, a Wheel of Fortune, like Wheel of Fortune went from 400 to 800 in a matter of a few days. And what happened? People were like, okay, this is crazy. Let me just take my Wheel of Fortune out of my EDH deck and sell it for 700. And the price it couldn't really maintain because people will basically undercut and start selling their stuff. When it comes to Martyr's Cause, you think if someone had a Martyr's Cause, they wouldn't want to list it for $140 and undercut this? To me, it just says that people just don't have this. Like, it just doesn't really exist. It's so hard to find. So these prices may actually stay. Um, yeah, I think it's very possible. Or it could be, like $100 card still, if it's $100, that's that's like a 6, 7x since 3 months ago. And no one's really talking about this. I don't see anyone else talking about the crazy increase in all the old foil prices. So Mother of Runes was 72, and now the lowest price is 250. That's like a four. That's like almost a 4x. And the last one sold, an LP copy sold for 182, which to me says like this is a pretty legitimate price. Someone bought an LP copy for 182. They're probably willing to spend 200, 220 for a near mint copy. Opal Avenger, I sent 3 of them to get graded, so they were like $20 each. Now they're like 27 each, so about the same. Planar Collapse was 55, and now it's almost doubled to 95. Purify was 30, now it's 50. Anthroplasm was 28, now it is 75, so that's like almost tripling in price. Archivist was 12, now it's 120. May actually be legitimate. Someone bought an LP copy for 55. Delusions of Mediocrity, 75. It's actually gone down. Fleeting Image, 11, now 131. Levitation, 2.5, now 11. And the reason I say, if there's a 5 here and you're confused why I'm saying 2.5 is because I submitted 2 copies, and this is the total for both copies. Miscalc, 30 to 50. Palancron, 880 to 900. So another thing I'll talk about is I noticed that a lot of the really high-end like reserve list stuff has not increased over the past 3 months, and some of it has even dropped. And I think it's because there was too much like hype, too much market sentiment, not backed up by true scarcity. Because in my opinion, a Palancron and a Blessed Reversal have the same scarcity. They're both like, it doesn't matter if they make a new Blessed Reversal, this is still going to be the special first foil copy of Blessed Reversal. It's still the copy you need if you want a full foil set of Urza's Legacy. And so, to me, the fact that Palancron is a reserve list is kind of irrelevant. Unless you like need it for your EDH deck or whatever. And then, yeah, you can't get, a new from the vault Palancron's copy and put it in your deck. So maybe a better example would be like, I need to find some kind of like unplayable. Okay, so like a Ring of Gix, right? So Ring of Gix, to me, yeah, it's a reserve list card, but it's also kind of unplayable. I don't think anyone's playing Ring of Gix in any deck, and yet Ring of Gix is selling for $350 right now, whereas a Blessed Reversal is like $100, and I think that's because people are too focused on the fact there's reserve lists, and I think the reserve list cards are, they're either at their correct price or maybe a little bit overpriced. So I'm actually looking to sell my reserve list cards. For example, I have a foil Grim Monolith that I have listed right now on eBay. Because, yeah, I think the real opportunities in all these weird cards, like, let me try to find a good one. Like Vishino Cutthroat from $3 to $11. Dark Watch Elves to $2 to $20. Like, those are the bigger returns. And it's because no one's looking there, really. Get to Warcry from $2 to $11. Impending Disaster from $21 to $50. I think it's harder to make money on the big ticket stuff, and there's also just like more risk. In my opinion, it's really unlikely you'll get an engineered plague for like $20 and it'll go down, right? To me, that's like kind of a lot safer than, okay, Palancron at 900, could it go down to 600? To me, that seems, I don't know if that's irrational, but it seems like that's more of a possibility. Second chance from 200 to 317. I submitted 3 of those to BGS, so I'll be interested to see what grades I get on those. Tinker from 183 to 301. Walking Sponge from 10 to 13. Brink of Madness 16 to 43. Engineered Plague 8 to 23. Something I'll just mention quickly, I've said it in other videos, but a card like Engineered Plague or Ostracize or Avalanche Riders, these are cards that are very playable either in Cube or in EDH. Rebuild is another example. And so they kind of hold a premium over a similar uncommon or common, and I do believe that it is much harder to find near mint copies of these cards because as soon as you throw them in a deck, they're basically not near mint anymore. That's just the way that these old foils work, so. No Mercy, 141, and now the last sold listing is 201, and there are none available. So who knows? It could be like 300 right now. Yeah. Oh, another one that was crazy was like Hidden Gibbons from 20 to 71, and one recently sold for 70. So it seems like a very legitimate price. I think Rivalry went up a lot. Rivalry from 14, and LP copy sold for 95. I need to actually start selling these. I think I bought like 3 or 4. I got a Rivalry for $4. Yeah, let's talk about Rivalry for a second. So I got a Rivalry on Cardsphere for $4, right? Keep in mind one just sold for $90. I got a Weathersea Treefolk and a Rivalry on eBay for $58, and then I got 2 Rivalries for around like $14. One of them I sent to grading. So all these cards that I sent to grading, these are like really nice. They're like really clean copies. The majority of cards I got, I did not end up grading because I only want to grade stuff that's, got a chance of getting like 9 or 9.5 basically. Because I think anything you get below an 8.5 is like you wasted the grading, in my opinion. Although that might change in the future if these things become really difficult to get. But basically I sent out all the best copies, and so if on here it says that I bought 4 Rivalries, and I sent out 1, that means that the 3 of the Rivalries I got were like light play, and one of them was near mint. So that is pretty amazing. I don't get it. I don't know why Rivalry is that much. It doesn't seem like a card people would use anywhere, but maybe people like the art, or maybe there's something else going on that I don't understand. Defense of the Heart has gone up a lot. 184, now it's 289. Let's see how much I paid for my Defenses of the Heart. So I got one of them for $53. I got another one for $65. And then I recently bought a BGS copy for $360, BGS 9. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, buying cards for like $60 and now they're $290. Very pleased with that. Deranged Hermit's gone up a bunch, but you guys get the gist of it. I'll show you like how I fill this out. So Forbidding Watchtower, I'll basically go into my TCG player seller account. I'll look up Forbidding Watchtower. Look at the Urza's Legacy copy. Then I'll scroll down here. So the last sold TCG listing sold for $12. The lowest listing right now is for $52. So I just put $12.52. And then I do like to take a peek and see how many of these are listed. And for most of these cards, there's like 1 or 2 copies listed. So there's only 1 listed. No, 2. There's 2 listed. and that's just kind of amazing to me. Uncommon, but I think that's just the way it is with these things. They're really hard to get. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys are curious, like what else I submitted a bunch of Urza's Destiny stuff. Most of the stuff I submitted was Urza's Legacy, Urza's Destiny, some Mercadian Mass. Basically, any old bordered foil I had that I thought had a chance of getting like a 9 or 9.5, I submitted. I submitted it right before BGS increased their prices, so it's about $18 a card. It ended up coming out to, between shipping and insurance and grading fees. So I don't know. They say it'll take eight months or so to get these back. I hope that happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a lot longer because they've been pretty backed up. And actually, I think Mercadian Mass may actually be more rare than Urza's Destiny and Urza's Legacy based on what I've heard. One of the big things with a Mercadian Mass is it's a much bigger set. It's probably like twice the size of Urza's Destiny or Urza's Legacy. And so there's just that many more rares, and it's that much harder to open a specific rare or a specific uncommon as a foil. And then I guess I submitted a Rootwater Thief and a Saproling Burst and Crystal Spray, False Memories, Loudburn News. So that's some of the late like Nemesis, Invasion, Torment, Legions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.